Hello, and welcome to another Magic video. Today I'm going to be opening up a Court 2021 booster box. Hope for some sweet pulls, namely Coverman right here to Fairy. Hope to open one of those. Say hi to the fans to Fairy. Give him a little wave. So, let's crack this open and see what we get. Now, one of the things that is kind of cool about this set is that they have some extended art cards. Now, the one that I'm hoping to open the most is, funnily enough, the extended art version of an uncommon Cultivate. Hope to open that. Would be even better if I can open it in foil. Would love to throw that in an EDH deck. So let's get situated here and start cracking. So for the first one, I'm going to be just rifling through maybe like some of the uncommons and just separating things. We go. Alright, already we're off to a good start with an Asuza. Love this card, EDH staple. And a foil rare, Subira Tilzidi Caravaner, whatever. That's certainly a interesting card. I lost to it horribly in draft in my draft video that's on my channel from a few days ago. Check that out. Two. Alright, so we're on all legendary so far with a Nyambi. I'm not entirely sure how to make best use of this card. It's cool though, but I don't know how to run and construct yet. And another foil, a finishing blow. I like the art on that card for sure, but probably never gonna play any deck. Oh, like we've got our first Sanctum. Alright, ooh, okay. We got a fancy art Garruk's Uprising. Pretty sweet. If I had like, I don't know, a Goreclaw commander deck, that'd be pretty awesome. Osprey Solidarity. And we're 4 for 4 with opening Legends as our rare. This is Errata. This card's very strong. I want to try this out in Standard. Wonder when we're going to see our first Mythic and how many. It's always a question. Archfiend's Vessel. That's a... I want to make a Lurrus deck including these. I think that could be pretty sweet. 5 for 5 on Legends with a veto. Now, anybody who knows anything about my Magic playing career knows that I love gaining life, so that's a welcome pull. My eyes. Ooh, this one's difficult. Let's hope the effort is worth it. So we got a bad deal here, which is maybe a sign, I don't know. Another Sanctum. Alright, first non-legendary, it's a Brash Taunter. This card's so annoying and limited. A foil Thornwood Falls. That's pretty sweet. I forget if I play a Thornwood Falls in my Simic EDH, but if I do, then that's an upgrade. Alright, next one. We opened ourselves a good boy. Pack leader. It's always weird when they print these like off tribal lords. They like never have enough support In standard, at least, they're mostly just like fun and limited, though. Definitely fun and limited. And an animal sanctuary to go along with our dog over here. I'd be interested to know how they came to the conclusion on bird, cat, goat, dog, goat, ox, and snake for the creature types there. They should have included Brushwag. Alright, we got a regular Garruk's Uprising now. And our first mythic, Fiery Emancipation. Triple damage for your stuff. Pretty sweet card in EDH, so happy to have that. And a foil Traitorous Greed. Oh, and we got cool looking cat token. The eyes reminds me of a Word of Command. I think that's the card. That's just eyes in darkness. Alright. Got some Traitorous Greed is an uncommon, I better reorganize that. Got some cool multicolor uncommons here for draft, and a Sporeweb Weaver. Interesting card. And a Feat of Resistance foil as well. I think we've opened a above average number of foils so far. So we're beating some odds at least. Sky Scanner, shoutouts to Nick. Some more stuff, and a Teferi's Ageless Insight. I'll give one of those to Nick. I traded for one of those recently. If you don't know, Nick is a friend of mine who I do draft analyses of on the channel. So go check those out if you haven't. Get in some plugs into this video. It might be a long one. Alright, Unsubstantiate. I love this card. And Stormwing Entity. This is a... Ooh, and a fancy island, too. Shout out. I feel that, I know somebody who would really much like that pack. Let's move these around a little bit. I have to start another row of rares here. Ooh, Quirion Dryad. One of my favorite cards. Cool, that's an uncommon now too. Hey, here we go. There's the main man himself. You get to go right there. Alright, so that's one of the things I was hoping to pull out of this box. And it's 275 Teferi. I don't know how the there's like a million different alternate arts of this Teferi. I don't know how the numbering works for that. Ooh, Fungal Rebirth. Love this card in limited. And a Liliana Standard Bearer. Cool card. I like doing this like flash after a Wrath card in black. They did that in Ixalan with Bloodsoaked Paladin, and it's a cool idea, but I don't think they see much play ever. Griffin Area. I want to try making this work in Standard. It's basically like the life gain version of Drakehaven, so once per turn is a bit awkward. So I'm actually gonna put this one aside. I still Freebooter, one of my favorites. Ah, nice, and a Solemn Simulacrum. Fantastic value card. Playing like every fun EDH deck. Uh, this is like my least favorite art for the card, but still pretty cool. And a foil Pestilent Haze. Pestilent Haze is a cool one as far as small creature wraths go. It's definitely, you can see the Magic Arena influence that, like, if you're running up against a control deck with a bunch of Planeswalkers, it does one thing. If you're running up against an aggro deck, it does the other thing. Definitely made for best of one. And we got a temple. I really need to take inventory of the temples that I have. I ended up selling a bunch of temples like a year before they got reprinted. So, smart move on my part. Now I don't have any to actually play with. Chandra's Incinerator next to Chandra's Pyroling. That's appropriate, I suppose. I haven't been doing some checking in, but there's bound to be some people trying to break that card in older formats. Turn 3, Bolt, 6/6. Seems alright. Ooh. Fancy Magma, that's pretty sweet. One of my favorite commons in Limited for this set. Another Sporeweb Weaver, alright. Interesting. I'm just gonna slide this one in with the other. So definitely seeing some collation here. That this isn't just one sheet. We're getting packs from multiple sheets here. Probably. I don't know. I'm not up to date with the techniques on how these are made. Ooh, well, another Solemn, so. Seeing some duplicate rares. At least one of our duplicate rares is a pretty good one. I love Solemn Simulacrum. Just such a fun value card. Tavern Swindler. And a regular Sabira. So let's slide this one in with the rest of our legends. Haven't seen any of the extended art cards, but I'm not entirely sure what the open rate on those is. Though at the M21 pre-release I went to, there were quite a few opened. I myself opened up a Borderless Grim Tutor. That was a pretty sweet one. Demonic Embrace. Cool. And a foil fancy Chandra's Pyroling, as well as a fancy Swamp. It's cool that they've started putting these like more fancy cards in the regular booster packs. So at what seems to be a higher rate, I know they put in some of the fancy ones with Theros, but I don't remember seeing that many of those come out of booster packs. Ooh, Mangara, our second mythic. That's an interesting one. I have a mono white EDH deck, so I might as well throw this in there. As far as white card draw goes, not very many options. Yeah, Frost Breath, the best. Palladium Mirror, one of my favorites. There was certainly a time when I couldn't afford to just throw Soul Ring in every Commander deck that I had, so Palladium Mirror was a staple of those. And a Feline Sovereign. I'm still unsure as to how many actual cats are in this set, other than like Pride Malkin. So, still don't know if that's a worthwhile card to play in limited, but White Sanctum. Maybe I should have set my Sanctums aside, I don't know. Ooh, a Containment Priest. Ooh, love to see that. I'm so happy that they printed this card into Standard. But, yeah. Ooh, a fancy Goblin Wizard, too. Probably throwing that one into EDH. Work on my pack opening skills. License through these things. Black Sanctum, Best Sanctum. Oh god, and Peer into the Abyss. I just want to like put this card underneath everything else. The art on this card seriously freaks me out. I just think it's so uncomfortable to look at. So I cannot open this next card fast enough to cover it up. Alright, got another Korean Dryad, though. If I'm playing them in Standard, I'm going to be playing my old ones. Another Feline... Oh, no. Another Feline Sovereign, so... I have to put that one along with the other one, and this Peer into the Abyss is still going to be peering at me. Foil Tome Anima. I still don't like that card in Limited. Well, I suppose 3 toughness is not the worst, so... And, you know, play it, block, and then go for it. Alright. So... Blue Sanctum. I'm pretty sure still haven't seen Green Sanctum, I think. Ghostly Pilferer. Key to the City on a body. I enjoy playing this in limited, though. I don't know if it's gonna see much constructed play. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Borderless Massacre Worm. I love Massacre Worm, and getting a borderless one, that's just icing on the cake. That's really sweet. So, as far as cards I want to acquire, this box has been so far pretty worth it. I hope to maybe find like one more, like chase card, another Niambi, a foil Blue Sanctum, as well as a Fancy Forest. I wonder how much the foil shrines are going for. That could be a cycle of cards. I suspect the foils might be slightly more expensive than usual. People love their like cycles, build around cards. Ruined Halo, shoutouts to Brad. I'm also super glad that they reprinted this, mostly because it tanked the price so that people can actually afford to play this card. It's a pretty sweet one in Modern. And now you can play it in Pioneer. And Standard. Nice, another Griffinary. That side. Baron, nice. I love Aether Adepts, so very happy about that. Ooh, and a Griffin token. I'm just gonna set these Griffinaries down here front and center. I know what I want to be building. We're getting down to it here. Not too many packs left. Primal Might. This is an incredible removal spell unlimited, and it's even seeing some constructed sideboard play. So that's exciting. Down to our last 6 packs. So we got a sealed deck left. Fancy Magmont. Fancy Chandra's Incinerator. Fancy Plains. Lots of fancy cards. Fancy Bastard's Acolyte. And the man himself. Alright. This card seems fairly powerful, though I don't know if there's a home for it yet. It's... Aggressive Planeswalkers are a little bit weird, because it's like... You really want to be putting creatures on the board in aggressive decks, and this, like, helps your creatures a bunch, but... I don't know. I've definitely had games and decks where I've tried to shove aggressive seeming planeswalkers into them that just end up not doing anything because, like, oh well, I'm playing this on turn 3, but they killed my 2-drop and it's not really doing anything. So we'll see if Basri makes a splash, but still a good card. Oil Island and regular of the same island, same pack. But if we were, you know, opening a sealed deck here, then yeah, I'd be pretty stoked about opening Basri. He's very good in limited. Come on. A little bit annoying. Baneslayer, nice. Love me a Baneslayer. Yeah, I really wish I had this steel deck, jeez. Basri plus Baneslayer on a Primal Might? Or no, it wasn't a Primal Might, it was a Neombi, wasn't it? Heroic Intervention, that's a card that pretty sweet that they reprinted, because the price on that card was just getting insane. Suppose it's probably running like every mono green limited deck, right? Any kind of green creature. Sorry, to say mono green limited, I meant EDH. Probably every like green EDH deck plays it. Okay, I think we got a foil on this one, if hands don't mistake me. Another Rada, and a foil Llanowar Visionary. That's also a nice card that they printed. Combination Llanowar Elf plus Elvish Visionary. Elvish Visionary being one of my favorite cards. Here's pack number 32. The last one. We can see the truth here. Curious to see if people try and break this card. Ancestral for 2 mana is still pretty good, though it being sorcery speed is so annoying. I wish they just printed at instant. Yes, it's a strictly better anticipate at that point, but still. Alright, so get a little bit better focus here. And that's the box. Uh, I think it was a pretty sweet box. I pulled definitely a lot of cards that I like. Like, let's see. Got the Azusa, Double Rada, Veto, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Stormwing Entity, Double Solemn, love that. Containment Priest, Baron, gotta love Baron. Burnt Halo, what up, Brad? Heroic Intervention. So yeah, like, in terms of like cards that I'm gonna play in decks, like, I'm gonna play all of these cards in decks. Like, I'm even gonna try to like fit Basriket into something. Like, I don't think I have a Baneslayer Angel in my mono white EDH. Megara fits in there too. And Containment Priest, maybe even Runed Halo if I want to get cheeky. Multiple Solemns, Azusa, yeah. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, that's over 50% on rares that I'm going to play in something. So, though Massacre Worm was a special slot, so 16 out of 32 rares, I'm probably going to play in stuff. That's better than most boxes for what I tend to open. So yeah, that's the video. I think Core 21 is actually it's one of the better sets that I think they've made in a while. Nothing in it looks outright like it's gonna kill standard like the last like I don't know 6 sets that they made, and it's got a ton of like awesome commander reprints. So yeah, happy I bought a box of this. I bought it from my local game store, Craving for a Game. They were offering a couple packs of Jumpstart if you pre-ordered. Unfortunately, I didn't, but that just goes to show that if you're able to, you should check in with your local game store and support them. Because during these times, like if you have the money to spend on Magic, you should be helping out the places where you're gonna actually be able to play Magic once all this horrible stuff is over. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more content.